I got everything.
Now, would this camera normally be mounted
to the back? Yeah. So it's kind of like a lot because like the amount of data that you record in 360 is tremendous. So like I rarely record like both cameras at the same time unless it's something like really special that I want to capture.
Yeah.
But when you put them front and back, like you get everything.
Yeah.
Like you don't miss a damn thing.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. All right, we're heading out, taking a left.
Left? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Check, check, check.
Clear right.
Clear left.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. So we're gonna take a left onto 20th Street.
All right.
All right. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you routinely ride hundreds of miles at a time, sometimes just to get to an event.
Yeah.
At what point did your riding your bike everywhere stop feeling extreme and start feeling normal?
It's still, I mean, it still always feels like an adventure.
Whoops.
It doesn't feel normal yet. So not yet. So I guess in terms of when, not yet.
Yeah.
But as far as like deciding to do it, it's something that, you know, I already know what the decision's going to be. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
But how did you get into this anyway, like ultra cycling?
So, I mean, as far as that goes, I used to do a lot of regular bike racing, and I got hit by a car in 2014.
Oh wow!
And I was kind of assessing. I was kind of a little bit on the downhill side. I mean, I was pretty much at the peak, but I also knew that I wasn't going to get any better.
Yeah.
I kind of reached the top of where. So left here.
Left turn. Yeah.
Kind of reached the top of where.
Check out.
Let's see. What do you think?
We're going.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. So when I was in the hospital, I had the thought even then, right here, straight.
Oh, straight.
Okay.
We're gonna go up 20th.
Okay. Oh, all the way to Lynn?
All the way, yeah.
All the way to Lynn Park?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got the bike lane now.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so I was in the hospital and I was just thinking, you know, contemplating life, and was like, well, if I can ride again,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do Race Across America.
Yeah.
I actually had that thought in the hospital. And I had been toying with the idea already.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. What was it?
I've been thinking about Race Across America.
Yeah.
Long distance. And then that was just kind of the what tipped me over the edge to really start pursuing that.
Sweet.
And then from there, you know, to train for that.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing?
See you, yeah.
Looking good. Looking good.
It's warm out there.
I know. You run into everybody, I swear. All right.
Nice. But yeah, so just training for that, I rode all over the state. That was one of the biggest things out of the 2014 season.
Oh, take front if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, out of 2014 was just getting to see all of Alabama.
Oh, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying, so in 2014, training for that, I got to basically see all of Alabama and rode all over the state.
Yeah.
And that was what really got me thinking about, okay.
Single file.
So, all right, yeah.
So you raced across Alabama.
Yeah, and then, you know, just seeing places and then wanting to go go see new places.
Yeah.
It's like I can ride there.
So like, what do you think? What was your first big like ultra cyclist event that you did?
So there was a qualifier for the Race Across America that actually started in Birmingham, called the Heart of the South, 500-mile loop that went over into North Georgia and then came back. It went over Cheehaw on the way back.
Oh my gosh.
And then came all the way back here and that's from Birmingham. So big loop, big 500-mile loop. That was the first real,
Oh, keep talking, I'm right behind you.
yeah, that was the first sort of race, ultra cycling race.
Yeah.
But prior to that, in 2013, I had some buddies of mine, all of us raced bicycles normally, but we did a fundraiser riding the Natchez Trace Parkway from Nashville all the way down to Natchez.
Oh, that's so cool.
And they were all from, they're good friends of mine, but they all lived up in Nashville.
Yeah.
And so they were going back home afterwards. And I'm like, well, I'm going to Birmingham.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just ride home.
Yeah.
So I rode from the Mississippi River, Natchez, all the way back to Birmingham. And that was sort of my first real on my own long, that was like 400, 500 miles.
So solo unsupported, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a long way, bro. That's so far.
Yeah, that was the first real sort of foray into it. And it went well.
Yeah.
Although at some point I was ready to crawl into a creek, and it's like, okay, next creek I see, because I ran out of water, middle of summer.
Yeah.
Middle of summer, ran out of water. I was like, next creek I see, and ended up having somebody was out at their house, and I went to the house instead, and they gave me some water.
Oh, that's so nice, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're out like that and you run out of something that you need, it's not a great experience. Here we go, coming through. So outside of your wreck that inspired you to do this, like, what motivates you to do all this like crazy far distances?
Oh, just the adventure of it, to see new places. Left or right?
Oh, taking left.
Left, all right. Clear. And then we're going around the park?
Oh yeah, we're going taking a right here.
All right.
Where there's another bike lane.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah, they just put it in a few months ago.
Nice. Oh yeah, hard right then?
Hard right, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take, there we go.
Whew.
Watch out for the cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not a big fan of this kind. Homewood's got one of these too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely do not ride in that.
Yeah. What the heck? Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Hold up, I'm right behind you.
That's hilarious.
That's stupid, bro. I'm on the road.
You can stay out there.
Okay, I think that's called daylighting when you park in a spot like that.
Yeah, but then also, I mean, the lane just ended under the curb, and then it picks up again.
Yeah, like where's it supposed to go?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The Homewood one's awful, and the drivers don't like it. They park way into it. Sometimes they'll block it completely.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a right and then cut through the park up here.
All right, we good?
Okay, we're good to go.
All right. Oh yeah. So left, right here.
Yeah. Take a left to the crosswalk.
Okay. I'm done that.
All right.
Looks like we're good.
Yeah. Clear up.
All right. Walk her up.
So ultra cycling demands like a lot of planning and patience.
Yeah.
And adaptability. Like how do those same skills like show up in your everyday rides around town?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, if I can ask you just a similar question, like what goes into like you preparing for like an ultra cyclist ride?
Yeah, well, of course, that's my other, which way, right here?
This way.
So my other interest is I am fascinated with maps and travel and places.
Walk her up.
So yeah, so as far as planning it, I pretty much map out the entire route.
Yeah.
I'm not usually, it doesn't always work out. It's like my trip this summer, I ended up in different states.
Really?
So obviously I hadn't mapped out any of that because I was so far off. I was like 2 states over from the route I had mapped out.
You're kidding me.
No.
We're gonna go straight.
Okay.
Right.
And so sometimes you just got to figure it out on the fly, but most of the time I have like mapped out, okay, to the point of like where are all the gas stations?
Mm-hmm.
So like what gas stations and what their hours are.
Yeah.
Because that can get tricky too, because if your gas station is going to be closed, it's not a 24-hour gas station, then if you hit it in the middle of the night, not much you can do.
That's true.
It is kind of fun though. You know a place is rural when they have the outside vending machines.
Oh yeah.
So and they do that. Rural places, a lot of their gas stations will have external vending machines because they know that people might need stuff in the middle of the night.
For sure.
And they're not going to be open.
You just want to roll?
Sure. Let's see. So I don't know who has green anyway.
It's all red as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna go.
Do you want to go after that car then?
Yeah. Watch left. We got a car coming.
Oh
left.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
It's all weird.
Okay, here we go.
All right, car left.
Oh
car
gosh,
left.
gotta watch. Jeez. Check left.
All right, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So what do you think is like the toughest situation you've ever been in? You're like just 300 miles deep and you're like, oh my gosh, I need this.
No, so when I raced the Tour Divide, which is the gravel mountain bike race from Canada to Mexico, on the 16th day, so it was my next to last day.
Yeah.
I had a stretch that was 120 miles long between the gas station on the far side, and the near side was a restaurant, a real rural restaurant.
Yeah.
So there's a 120-mile stretch through national forest with nothing, and it ended up raining a ton, and some thunderstorm raining, cold rain, and I was really sleepy.
I bet you were.
So it just felt this feeling of, and I mean that's half of why I did it anyway, was to really challenge myself.
Yeah.
But there was straight. Okay. I mean there was really a feeling of I am not sure that I can do this.
Yeah.
And when you're out there, and of course there's no rescue. I was out there, real rural, dirt muddy roads and through the national forest. So it was a very I don't know, panicky feeling of
check left.
Am I gonna make it? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
So I'd say that situation, I didn't end up running out of water. I had plenty of water because it was so cold.
Yeah.
But I did blow through a brake pad. So
really?
I only had rear brake by the end.
Yikes, you went through that fast?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was 2,000 miles into the race.
Oh yeah.
So straight here?
Straight.
So 2,000 miles in, and I hadn't had to replace it yet, but just with the rain and the mud, blew through it. So I had to wait till I could warm up.
Yeah.
The next morning.
Oh gosh.
To have my fingers, they were pretty much numb.
Yeah.
To get in there, because I had a spare set of brake pads.
Yeah.
So to get in there and change it out, Yeah, I'd say that was definitely one of the hardest things I've done on a bike.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But you've ridden through cities, like small towns and long rural stretches. Like
all the time.
What patterns do you notice in places that feel welcoming to people on bikes versus places that clearly don't have cyclists in mind?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. That's a real good question. So straight here or right?
Straight.
Okay. So one thing, sometimes you'll have a surprising, be like, oh my gosh, there's a bike trail here. Not just like a bike lane, but an actual like bike trail. So those are always fun to find.
Yeah.
And that's usually a good sign that, you know, they're going to be pretty friendly with cyclists.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it's really rural too, I'm just trying to think of what like signs. It's mostly. I don't know. I don't know if there's any like one thing I could point at that was like, okay, this is going to be a good town, or this is going to be a bad town.
Yeah.
Around here, I've noticed the sort of the mix where it's not the super urban. It's more of the mix, like in some of the suburban areas, where I have the most car cyclist interactions.
Really?
Yeah. So where, I don't know. So it just feel like so straight here?
Straight.
Where I just feel like, you know, people think that cyclists don't belong.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like, so commuting by bike means interacting with streets at a human speed every day. Like, how has the constant exposure like shaped your understanding of how our streets actually work?
Yeah. Well, before I answer that, I'll say, I mean, as part of the answer to that, you see things, new things being tried.
Yeah.
So like, Homewood for a while did this thing like where they put it straight here.
Oh, straight, yes.
Okay, where they put in like artificial barriers on a couple streets to narrow the road.
Right.
And cars would have to slow down and make a little S turn, you know, to help with speed.
Right, we're going straight
Across
here. The bridge. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
They tried that, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
But the Ross Bridge put in a stop sign, then they took it back out at one spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see the city's trying different things. And I mean, just on a more practical level, like, I mean, I have my favorite streets because the lights are timed right.
Yeah.
Like Arrington, not Arrington, 22nd. Oh, no. So Arrington on the way down, of course, I love the closed off area.
Yeah.
The bridge, you know, the bridge, which is cyclists, pedestrians only now.
For sure.
Anyway, so that's my route coming into town. Drop down past the Vulcan and then get onto Arrington.
Yeah.
And then you can get that time, you can get those lights timed right. And then coming back 20 seconds, even better.
So true.
So, but you do have to ride pretty fast.
Take left. Taking a right.
We're gonna go right?
Yeah, clear left.
Yep. But anyway, so that's, you know, you can kind of see sometimes the lights are exactly opposite.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, great. So, you know, one light turns and then the next one turns red.
Yeah.
It was always frustrating.
So a lot of people see cycling as something you do when conditions are perfect, but you ride in the heat, cold, and traffic and long distances.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think holds most people back from seeing biking as like a real transportation option, or just something that you can do like all the time?
I don't think it would be the weather. I mean, people would just not ride because honestly, Birmingham doesn't have that many rainy days or cold days. I think that would be more just of an excuse, you know, like, the weather's not good.
Yeah.
But, no, I think the cars and the safety aspect, I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest thing. And then the second biggest thing would be like, well, I'm gonna be all hot and sweaty, especially around here. It's more hot. You got most of the year it's gonna be hot. Mm-hmm. You know, am I gonna be hot and sweaty? Do I have a place to change? Do I have, you know, how does that? Or I have to take stuff. We've got to do errands. I got to have. I think those are bigger obstacles.
Get away from the snow trucks out here.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, what's that? She's trying. She's trying. Oh gosh!
Wow!
Whoops! She's spinning the wheels, but she's not going anywhere. That's hilarious.
Oh wow!
What the heck?
I'm guessing that. Yeah. Wow. Who knows what the story is there?
Yeah.
But so, I think, and those are legitimate concerns. Like I said, I'm lucky. I keep a whole wardrobe. I got a whole bunch of clothes that I just keep at work.
Yeah.
And I can keep my bike inside. I don't have to worry about, you know, the bike getting stolen.
That's for sure.
So I think, I think those would be the concerns. Like, what do I do with my bike? The clothes, and carrying stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there's always a solution. It's just can you be creative enough to find it?
That's very true. So how does riding long distances to events like change the way you experience arriving compared to driving or flying?
So I'll give you a fun example. Yeah. So I got some good friends, Jason Beerley, Michael Staley, Demetrius
Love
White.
those guys, yeah.
And so one time, all four of us were biking down to the start of the Old Howard 100, the Century, down in Marion, Alabama. Yeah. So down in Perry County, and it's a good haul. Especially, you're not biking on 5, so it's not exactly a direct route. It's about 100 miles. Yeah. It's about 100 miles to get there, and then it's a Century. And then, of course, another 100 miles to get back. So it's 300-mile day.
Yeah.
And so I'm always joking. I think I bumped your
oh, you're fine.
Camera here.
No. It's rock solid. You can't hurt that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. So anyway, so we're always joking. The middle 100 is the fast one, you know, because it's when you join the actual Century, you're like, oh, we can go fast now because you got a whole group and you draft.
Oh, yeah.
But it really does. There's the adventure getting there, the anticipation of the event, and then there's the adventure getting back. So another example would be Skyway. Yeah. So the Skyway Epic Race,
that's a tough race, man.
It's a tough race, and but I know that I'm going to ride there. I'm going to do the race. I'm going to ride home. So there's a lot that goes into that, and what the ride home is always special because it's like you're thinking about the race, you're reflecting on the day and everything, and then you're also doing something, like you've accomplished something, and so you're reflecting on, well, I'm gonna make it. Exactly. Well, the hope is, I'm gonna make it, and I'm doing this thing, doing hard things, so that all fits into it too.
So from your perspective, like, who gets lost when cities start treating cycling as like recreation instead of like transportation? Like when cities like don't prioritize like cyclists, like what happens to like the people who want to do that?
Right. Well, I think you'll end up with fewer people, and it's that compounding effect. The less people that are riding, the less the less likely a motorist, a driver is to know somebody who rides or try out riding themselves, you know, and so when the cities don't put in that investment into the infrastructure and to the, you know, the support, then you get this reverse feedback of fewer riders and you know, less tolerance from the drivers, as opposed to the other way around, you know, of getting the feedback of more and more people riding, and there's more chances that a driver knows or has a good friend who's decided to take up biking and riding everywhere, and that's more likely to happen. And you get that positive feedback.
And you log a tremendous amount of miles every year. Like, how does riding like that much deepen your communication with the places that you pass through? And like, how does that make that memorable for you?
Well, there's moments that you remember. So there's this town called Rutherford. Oh, I don't even know what state. Let me think. What state would that be? I think it's across the border. It's kind of southwestern North Carolina, Rutherford, North Carolina. And little town, and I was biking up to Virginia one time, and I always try and find a different route to get up there. And so this year, this was actually this was December of 24. So last December, a year ago. And Hurricane Helene had gone through there. And so I had done my route, and there were still roads that were closed and everything. So I was trying to figure out, you know, what routes I could take near right turn?
Left turn.
Okay. What routes could I take that are near the damage area so I could see the damage and everything for myself? And anyway, so I ended up in this town called Rutherford on the way up to Hickory, North Carolina. Yeah, that's right. So and there's you know, they're decorated for Christmas, and they had this Christmas tree suspended over a four-way intersection. So it's an intersection like this, and except it had traffic lights. So they had four sets of traffic lights, and then between the lights, they had run some wires, and they had put a Christmas tree suspended in the middle of the air.
What?
In the middle of the intersection. It's like, all right.
Wow.
Anyway, so you get these little glimpses of things like that just kind of stand out. And that town had a bike lane, not bike lane, a rails to trails right turn.
Right turn, yes.
All right. It had a rails to trail. Oh, you want me on the other side?
Oh, you're fine right there.
And that was a cool find, and there were some people walking on the trail, and they were all super friendly. And it was just really cool. And they had cool Christmas decorations in other parts of the town too. And then so I left the town, and so I'm heading north on my route that I had mapped out. But what I didn't know is that Helene had taken out one of the bridges, and so the road, and that's always you're way
right turn.
You don't know. You know, I'm following a specific route. I don't know the area at all. And you see a sign like bridge out.
Yeah.
And this is not like a city. This is a rural road.
Yes.
With bridge out. So the easiest thing. Go ahead and go.
Right turn?
Right turn. Yeah. So the easiest thing in that situation is just to go and see if the bridge is really out.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times you can still get across on a bike. So, of course I did, but there was no bridge. Bridge was gone.
Totally.
So I had to climb back up this hill and then, you know, look at my maps and figure out this detour. And it was a few miles. And this is late in the day. I mean, it's dark, nighttime, but I mean, late in my ride.
Left turn? Sorry.
So like, this is probably 20 hours into the day.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe not quite 20 because the whole day was 20. So this is like maybe 18 hours into the day of riding. And so I made my left. Through here, I run out of water too. which is always complicating things. But I made it to a gas station. Get to the gas station, and this is in a town. I don't even think it was a town. So there was a small community that had a gas station between Rutherford and Hickory, and the guy that worked there used to guide hikes to the Everest base camp. So he was like Nepalese, or he was definitely Asian. I don't know the exact nationality. He may have been Indian. But he used to. And so he was telling me about these. He wanted to know all about where I was going and what I was doing. Yeah. And I'm sitting there, got my stuff, and we're just chatting and talking, and he's telling me a few stories and everything. And I was just like, that's the kind of random thing you doesn't normally happen, but that's guaranteed to happen at least once on a long bike ride.
Oh yeah.
You'll have these encounters. You'll have these cool people that you meet. And for me, a lot of times it is at the gas stations.
Yeah, chance encounters, man.
Yeah. I went I rode up into Tennessee to, I don't know if you followed this guy named Peter Frank.
Haven't heard of him.
Okay, so he's a real young kid, 24, I think. He's 24 now. But he started last year, like last summer, he got in a canoe and canoed what they call the Great Loop, which is you canoe through all the Great Lakes, through the canals, out to the Atlantic, and then take the intercoastal waterway all the way down to Florida. Wow. And then come across Florida or around Florida, either way.
No way.
And then go through the Gulf, and then go back up either the Mississippi River, or he went up the Tennessee Tom Bigby waterway.
Yeah.
So he came up through here, and then up into Tennessee, and then hit the Mississippi River, and then all the way back into the Great Lakes. So they call that the Great Loop. And only 3 people have ever done it on a canoe. And so he ended up being the youngest person.
That's crazy though, because like the Great Lakes are like no joke, bro.
No, I know.
It's an ocean.
Yeah.
It really is.
And so anyway, so I found out about him and that he was going to be coming up through. So I tried to meet him twice. Once was in West Alabama, and the timing wasn't right. So I missed him there. And then I rode up into Tennessee, and I said hi to him. He canoed on by, but
yeah.
I got to cheer him on up there, and in this town called Clifton, Tennessee. Straight here, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's great. Got to cheer him on. So there's a lady from the town that was on the dock, and she was, we were chatting just a little bit, and then so I left, and then go back, and then I make it to this gas station. Again, very rural. Maybe a couple hours later after I left.
Yeah.
And let's see, left turn. There was the guy working there, and then I get my stuff, and they had a table inside. I'm like, you know what? It's super hot. I'm just gonna just eat some stuff inside and drink and try and cool off. Anyway, the guy working the counter just comes sits down with me.
Right turn. That's funny.
and then another customer comes in and is like, "Oh man, you made friends." and so all 3 of us are sitting there at this table. And then it was the entire time. It was just the 3 of us. We were there for like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. Nobody
else came in, and it was really cool. And they knew about Peter because that whole community is kind of a boating community, and so they knew. Because they asked, like, what are you doing biking up here?
Yeah.
We're like, well, I came to see this guy who's canoeing. He's like, oh yeah, the canoe guy. And anyway, it was fun to.
So walking back our conversation a little bit, tell me about your trip from Canada to Alabama. I got to hear the whole story about this.
Oh man, that was epic because I flew on a one-way ticket, a cheap one-way ticket from Birmingham.
Yeah.
And then you have to go over to Atlanta. So I flew from Birmingham. It was on United.
Yeah.
It's like it was just under $200.
That's it? That's so cheap.
I know. One way, and that was with tax and everything. It was like $149 or something.
Crazy.
And then by the time you do tax, and of course I needed to add the bike,
yeah.
It was like just under $200.
Wow.
But of course that was one way. It was only a one-way ticket.
Yeah.
And so I had my bike in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And the logistics of that is kind of tricky because everything you take with you,
yeah.
you know, when you got to put your bike together
yeah.
in the airport, and you can't have anything extra. So that was helpful having the cardboard box, because then I could just leave the box, throw the box away. And I actually got permission too from I was most worried about that, and I had already scouted out a trash can at the Costco, which is about a mile away from the airport. And I was like, okay, worst case, I'm just gonna drag this thing beside me for a mile and put it in the trash can at the Costco.
I never would have thought about that.
But as it turns out, I mean, they are super friendly. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's the Canadian stereotype, but anyway, everybody there was super friendly.
Oh, that's great.
And the people working the border patrol, the people working the airport, everybody was like, oh yeah, just drag your bike over there, and because I'm like trying to get permission for all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, there's no problem. And I'm like, okay, well, can I just leave the box here? And they're like, sure, cleaning will come get it. It's no problem. Like, okay, it was great.
That's too funny, bro.
So anyway, I got my bike all together.
Right turn. We got the lane.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
nice.
It's a whole bus bike lane.
See, this was it. I haven't biked this since this used to be 2 lanes here.
Yeah, so they cut it off and they turned it into a bike lane.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it runs all the way down to the graveyard.
I've ridden the far parts. I didn't know it came all the way down here.
It does.
Wow, okay.
It's an amazing addition.
Yeah, absolutely.
And personally, I like to take this way going out towards Ruffner.
Yeah.
Because it really gives a really safe avenue out that way.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Anyway, so I got the bike together and left the airport. I originally was going to get a hotel there, but I'm like, well, let's just screw it. I'll just ride out of the airport, and start my ride. So I left. The crazy thing is, I left out of Birmingham at 3 o'clock. My flight out of Birmingham was 3 o'clock.
Wow.
I was riding by 11:50 p.m.
Get out of here.
Same day.
Wow.
So I was riding away from the Edmonton airport. Now, of course, that's mountain time.
Yeah.
So it is one time zone back, but I was riding out, and I had a 256 mile route planned that was going to go pretty far north before looping back. It was going to go all the way up to Whitecourt.
Yeah.
Which is on the way to Alaska. And this was for day one. And I decided fairly early, just based on how slow I was riding.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start cutting some stuff off. Because the problem is I already had a couple places booked. Obviously for that night I had a place booked.
Yeah.
And then the next night I already had a place booked too. And I was just worried, if the first day is delayed, then everything just cascades.
Oh yeah, it's like a ripple effect.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I can cut off some miles here.
Yeah.
And actually had somebody comment, was like, be super thankful I did not go up there because the trucks were worse on the road I was not on, even though I was on one of the Trans-Canada highways and there was so many trucks.
It's very lumber heavy, right?
Lumber, not just lumber though, it was all kinds of trucks. I mean, there was definitely some lumber trucks, but it was more like normal, like what do they call them, transfer trucks or whatever, just cargo trucks.
Wow.
There was so much of that.
That's surprising to me.
But there was some lumber too. Anyway, so I ended up riding, and of course there were some pretty bad wildfires in Alberta at that time.
I remember that.
But I was kind of on the west side. There's some firefighters who were coming in on the plane that I flew up there. There's a whole group of firefighters coming up from the U.S. Anyway, but that was on the east side of Edmonton even, and I was going just west.
Yeah.
So I did. It was smoky though. There was a ton of smoke.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see anything until like the last 50 miles, and it's just like the mountains just kind of opened up.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my goodness.
So it was thick.
There's the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
Right there.
Wow.
So yeah, it was phenomenal. And then just coming back down through the Rockies.
Yeah.
You know, just a lot of rain.
Yeah.
So I did have to deal with a lot of rain. The first Canada was very wet for sure.
Yeah.
Other than that first day.
Mm-hmm. So you've done the Tour Divide. Like, how does like your trip from Canada to Alabama compare to that?
So I mean, originally that's why I did that. Originally I was going to do the Tour Divide again.
Yeah.
And then I just decided it's like I do not want. I probably won't. I probably won't do the Tour Divide again, as much as I want to, because I know I can do it better. This is the exact same route. I mean, it is a big time commitment to ride the exact same, you know, route that I rode once before.
Yeah.
And that was so a big motivation for me, is I wanted to see different parts of Canada there.
100%.
And I wanted to have complete control over where I went.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with doing a race like that, is like you have zero control.
Oh yeah.
You have to do exactly the route that somebody else has prescribed for you.
Uh-huh.
And it was good, but one time is fine. I don't need to do the exact route again.
Yeah.
As much as I mean, you can tell I'm kind of conflicted though, because I know I can do it a little bit faster.
Right. So for you, it's more just about like getting your PR or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to do it again, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not convinced. I mean, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
And there's still so much that I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to commit. I mean, I'm basically a month of your life.
Yeah.
But that was awesome though, because, and that's why, so afterwards, I rode home. So after I finished the Tour Divide, I rode home to here. And that was a big part of that, was like, you know, wanting to have that freedom to go where I want to go. So once I finished the race, I'm like, okay, there's a big sigh of relief. You know, it's like, okay, now I can go do my thing.
Yeah.
So an interesting historical note, at least personal history. I got hit by a car right back here.
Oh, that's when you got hit.
Well, no, this was in 2006.
Okay.
So I've been hit 3 times badly.
Oh gosh.
2006, 2014, and 2017. The 2006 one was coming back from Birmingham Southern. I was doing a project over here at Birmingham Southern, and then I was coming back home through here, and down there towards Ruffner, Red Mountain, towards Red Mountain Park, there's a gas station intersection. A guy, you know, he says he never saw me, but I mean, I saw him right when he came right into me. I was like, oh my God.
I bet.
Yeah, nothing I can do about it. This is awesome too. This was not a bike lane before.
Yeah, they really made a lot of improvements in Birmingham.
But that far side is still 2 lanes though, right?
I do believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, like I was saying, like this is a great avenue to get to Ruffner.
This is awesome.
Red Mountain, I meant to say.
Yeah.
So again, on the topic of safety, so since we have like our own lane, and especially since the rate of traffic is so fast, it makes sense to do this.
Yeah, oh, this is awesome. And this was my commute route. So when I've always been teaching at Sanford, but I did a whole summer project at Birmingham Southern. Yeah. And so I'd come through here on the way over to Birmingham Southern. And so I remember that when it was the 2 lanes, it was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
All right, we're going straight up ahead.
Okay. So right beside that car up there?
Yeah. So watch behind you because like traffic does keep coming.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go straight.
Yeah, we're clear back.
We're good, okay. All right, we're good. Yeah, but the amount of...
this would probably be a new road, by the way.
I think so.
I mean, for me, personally.
Oh, for you, okay.
This little stretch right here will probably be new.
Yeah, you're on Wanderer, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, are you on that as well?
No, but I think it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Gives you like a fun little game to play. Like, hey, where haven't I gone before?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna go straight through this stop sign.
Exactly.
Check.
And that's what I'll be able to check when I get back too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I've done a lot of this area. I've come through a lot of these streets, but I'm not sure if I've come through this one.
Yeah. But Birmingham has had a mission for like the last 3 years that whenever they like resurface a road, they evaluate it to see if like it can be changed for like, you know, cyclists or pedestrians, just
that's
figuring out a way to like improve.
That's a huge one right there.
The streets. So yeah, so that's one of the things that they did.
Wow.
And so if you keep coming back downtown, you'll see more and more bike lanes going up.
Yeah.
Which is
awesome.
fantastic. Taking a right.
That's awesome. Nice.
Because when I moved here like 15 years ago, like there was like none of this.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
It was like, best of luck. Of course, I wasn't really cycling back then, but I know for a fact that these bike lanes just weren't here.
No. The only bike lane that's been around forever is the Lakeshore Trail.
Yeah.
That thing's probably 20, 25, 30 years old now. And then let me think. Of course, Oak Mountain probably predates that. The old crappy bike lane they used to have out there, which nobody used. Nobody really used that thing. That's probably even older. But I don't know if you've been out there. They've redone that bike lane. It's real nice now.
Far out. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. It's actually really good. They made it real wide and there's no debris or anything. It used to be like a real tiny lane, like that, as big as this one or maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And it was so far over that it would just fill up constantly with debris and stuff.
I hate that.
Yep.
That's the worst, because like, you know, what's the point of having the infrastructure if it's not safe to ride in?
Right, exactly. Memphis is the worst example of that, and I've ridden up there a few times now. They have a lot of bike lanes that sometimes will be piled through with not just like debris like this, but actual like measurable amount of debris.
Yeah.
And like
nails, like filings, like all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. And actually like almost like a snow covering of gravel and debris.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's impossible to ride on.
Yeah. And that's one question that I have for like local city governments is like, you know, you've committed to like building this bike lane, but if you don't keep it clean.
Yeah, all you gotta do is once, and it doesn't need to be often. I mean, once a month would be okay.
Yeah.
Once a week would be better, but it certainly doesn't need to be a daily thing.
No.
They just gotta run a sweeper through it.
That's it.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
And that goes along. That goes along with what I was saying earlier with like the West Coast. The difference between the West Coast and the East Coast is they sweep their lanes. They
do.
They keep them, you know, safe and convenient.
Yeah. Like I was out in San Francisco with my wife like a year and a half ago, and it just blows my mind like how well connected the bike lanes are, how well maintained they are, and how well used they are.
Yep. And it all goes together.
Yeah.
It all goes together. And San Francisco's pretty hilly too. People ride there.
Yeah, we rode e-bikes out there because like...
Oh yeah, that makes it easier. I didn't mention that for the commuting too, but that's another thing to consider, especially with the hills around here, is you don't necessarily have to do old school biking. You can get an e-bike.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm personally a huge advocate for e-bikes.
Yeah.
Because it makes the whole thing like more accessible.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah, that was the new bike lane that goes down to the graveyard. And
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Oh, see, the Elmwood Cemetery. So that's what you meant by the graveyard.
Yeah.
Elmwood Cemetery. Okay. Yeah. That's the. Yeah, that's where I got hit, just down past there.
Damn, bro. Oh, so we talked about this earlier, but tell me more about your LiDAR system. Just kind of take it from the top then.
Yeah.
So what is this anyway?
So it's not running right now. I didn't know. But the the sideways facing iPhone has a built-in LiDAR in it, which can measure distances, close distances. So up to like 10 meters away, so more than enough for, you know, your passing distances. And so the idea is to, you know, every car that passes to get a you know, how close are they? And then build up a car up. Oh man, my microphone, I don't know if that's going in, but.
Oh, it's going in.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's on.
Okay. So, but the.
Track.
But the idea is just to build up a statistical, you know, all the data of like this lane, the average passing distance is this, and then be able to look at the road design to see if there's a correlation there. If you know, roads that are designed like this, you know, cars tend to be this close. And then also the radar aspect too, because I have the speed data too. So, so like I was just looking at one from that trip back from Canada. There's a truck, given I was on basically their national highway, but there was a truck that passed me going 66 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. I mean, that was not, it was not even that fast. I mean, there was plenty going faster, but this particular one passed me kind of close. It was 2.5 meters, which is fairly, I mean, that's basically like a half this lane. Maybe a little bit less than half this lane will be 2.5 meters. This is probably, actually this is probably 4 meters. So anyway, so it wasn't, and I mean, I was trying to remember, I was just looking at the data. I was like trying to remember that specific pass. So it wasn't like crazy memorable, other than it was over the Columbia River up in Canada, and I think it was down to one lane. I don't know, I don't remember, but he was trying to keep his speed up to get up the hill. And I don't know, so it's just this measure, I mean, being able to correlate how close cars are and how fast they are, and maybe to figure out which roads are the safest.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Which road design ends up being the safest.
Yeah, so tell me, how'd you come to like develop the software and everything for this stuff?
Yeah, so started with the radar. So when I got hit, and that was also from getting hit in 2017. So I got hit in 2017 in County Road 55 down in Shelby County. The really rural road, heading in towards, I was making this big loop home from Sanford, make this big loop home, and then gonna come back in through Chelsea, very busy areas. I was gonna be coming back in through very busy areas. And I got hit on this very rural road where I'm like, there's hardly ever any cars out here. So it just made me think, well, how many cars were there? So, you know, how many cars were there? And then the hypothesis was, well, maybe the busier roads aren't always necessarily the more dangerous ones. That sometimes a rural road, maybe, you know, can we start to build up like, well, how fast are cars going on these rural roads versus the city roads? Also, what is the traffic volume? You know, a map of traffic volume at different times of day, so time of the day analysis as well. And then get all that from the radar. So I created, and this was web only, so I created a website that could take well, I guess an app that goes in the Garmin too. So the app on the Garmin that will record the data that the radar, because the radar by default, the radar doesn't record any data at all. And so my app on the Garmin records the data. And so now it's been downloaded more than 100,000 times. And people have used it in 100 different countries. So I've got how fast cars were going on roads in 100 different countries.
That's crazy.
I know, it blows my mind. But so people, particularly in Europe, and that's how I got in touch with this team in Sweden. Their charge, they're working with the government, the Swedish government. Their charge is to make cycling feel safer. And so that's why they're interested in the lateral passing, because a lot of what makes cycling feel dangerous is all these close passes where a car comes real close.
I agree.
And you're thinking like, oh, what could have been? And so there's some real interest in
left turn
in the design of roads to reduce those number of close passes.
Yeah.
And so that's how it sort of went to that. But then that required a whole other set of development, because now it's running on the iPhone, so I had to develop an iOS app. So I created the iOS app to read from the LiDAR, and then what it does, it takes a picture, a regular picture, but it also takes what's called a depth map. Then you can overlay the two there and figure out, well, what's the closest point within the bounds of the car.
Yeah.
And you can get all that data that way. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're back.
Yeah.
Dude, this is so awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Like, seriously, thanks for coming out and ride with me. It's been great hearing you talk about everything.
Absolutely. I'm going to be all incoherent, I'm sure, but
no, you're fine. This is great. But yeah, but like, what in general, like, what do you think about like the city of Birmingham and its cycling network?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, one thing that you can see about the health of a cycling network is how many bike shops, and the fact that Birmingham, the greater Birmingham area, is able to support several large bike shops.
Yeah.
That's a good sign, you know. But as far as the downtown Birmingham area, it is incredible to see, especially seeing some of the new stuff on roads that I used to ride that did not have the bike lanes. And yeah, how much safer it feels to ride on that bus only, whereas worried about somebody coming up and trying to squeeze by. I don't have to worry about that. So I think Birmingham's done a lot to improve. I would say keep heading that direction. You know,
that's great to hear.
That's what I would say.
All right, well, let me grab my stuff and I gotta head on back and edit all this footage.
Yeah.
It's been real, my man.